The next morning, Percy was still feeling shocked from last night. All day, he kept on thinking about who the ghost train was and whether or not his driver's story was really true or still made up. Percy could remember the time, years ago, he was told about it and then telling it to Thomas and Toby. Thomas didn't believe it and later got a fright from Percy after his accident with a cart of lime. It all seemed like yesterday, but both Thomas and Percy had not forgotten it. Thomas was working at the quarry, shunting some trucks. He was getting them ready for Toby, who was to deliver them to the docks where some new building materials were being carried by ship from the mainlands. The weather was warm with a few clouds and Thomas was worked very hard. He went backwards and forwards all day, proving to be really useful. When dusk fell, the little blue engine was tired. The quarry master came walking up to him.
"There is a small night special that needs to be taken to Edward Station. Can you take it for us, please?"
"Sure,"
said Thomas. But he really didn't want to. It was dark by the time the train was shunted into place. Thomas was soon coupled to it and he set off. He was making good timing, passing the green signals and hearing the rails humming beneath him. There was a full moon in the sky along with stars twinkling. Thomas made it to Edward's station and placed the trucks into a siding and went home. At the sheds, Thomas and Toby were being looked at by engineers. Outside, the weather had changed. The mist had come down and it was crawling along the rails. At that moment, Percy puffed in, after delivering the mail train.
"Hello, Percy. How did the delivery of the mail go?"
"It was okay, but really tiring,"
said Percy. But Thomas could see that his friend was not looking his normal self.
"Percy, are you? You don't seem like your usual self."
The little green engine was unsure about wanting to. But he decided to pluck up courage.
"Thomas, you might find this crazy and hard to believe, but I saw Ghost Train but not like any other. It looked so scary and very demonic, as if it came from the underworld, and when I saw it, it was coming straight at me, and by the time I opened my eyes, it was gone."
"That's some story. That's mostly like seeing something out of a horror movie."
"Did you get a good view of it?"
"I couldn't tell. It all happened so fast."
"Surely your mind was only playing a trick on you. Or perhaps you'll remember about that event years ago when you pulled off that ghost prank on me when you were pretending to the ghost train from that made-up story your driver told you."
"You remember when my driver told me about that story? Well, he now thinks that it wasn't made up at all. He now thinks it's real and the ghost train does indeed exist."
Wait. That was all made up, and now years later your drivers changed it to thinking it's real. Come on, Percy. Ghost stories are there only give us a scare to not like and scaring us to death or something.